Hello and welcome to Stories with May. Today we'll be reading Super Leash, My Super Hair by Yolanda Chakava. Chapter 1. Sometimes I do not believe I'm a superhero. I think of all my favorite superheroes. I'm nothing like them. First, I don't look like a superhero. A superhero has fair and spotless skin, soft flowing hair, and a model type body shape. I am dark skinned. I constantly battle with my hair, which is anything but soft. It's a tough and almost unmanageable afro. More like steel wool. I like to think of my body shape as healthy. I really like my food. Second, I don't talk like a superhero. A superhero's voice carries great power. Their voice alone is enough to convince you that you will be rescued from danger. Much to the frustration of my teachers, I mumble a lot. I can't help it. The idea of speaking up in front of people absolutely terrifies me. Third, I don't live where superheroes live. A superhero is rich, famous, and lives in a massive house. Money is never an issue when you're saving the day. I'm not rich or famous. I live in Ajani apartments in Kilele Estate with Baba. Baba works hard to pay the bills. That is Baba Kendi. Baba means father. And finally, I do not have a superhero name, at least not yet. A superhero must have a cool name. Where do they get them? I wish I knew. I can't think of a name that fits me. I suppose I should tell you more about myself to understand why. My name is Kendi. I'm 8 years old. I don't remember my mother. I have no brothers or sisters. Chogo. My best friend Chogo is also my neighbor. He's 2 years older than me. He is 10. If you have not guessed already, I am new to the superhero life. I was an ordinary girl living an ordinary life. Then one day, something unbelievable happened. I discovered my super hair and my life changed forever. I can never forget the events of that day. Chapter 2. Why are you so big? I groaned to myself. Ah! Oh no. Ouch! It was late Friday afternoon, the day after my 8th birthday. I was in my bedroom, mid-battle with my hair. A day of spots plus sweat is equals to an afro out of control. Ouch. I've had an afro hairstyle for as long as I can remember. Baba says I was born with it. I don't know if I believe him. I style my own hair. I'm probably the only girl in the world who has never been to the hair salon. Please, Baba, can I go to the salon? No, Kendi. Your hair is beautiful and powerful. I used to beg Baba to take me to the salon. He would not hear of it. I did not know then that Baba meant every word. Kendi! Baba called from the kitchen. Come in here now. I ran into the kitchen. He smiled at me. Your afro grows so fast, he said, shaking his head. I touched my hair. It did grow fast. I needed more time to finish my styling. See, she even has her comb in her hair. Oops. I need you and Chogo to go to the kiosk to buy food for supper tonight, he said. I protested. I need to finish styling my hair. Baba remained silent. Then he gave me the look. I opened my mouth to speak, but no words came out. I closed my mouth. I was going to the kiosk. You got me. Kiosk is a local shop. He nodded, knowing my protest was useless. He handed me a 200 Kenya shilling note and the shopping basket. Buy milk, bread, onions, and tomatoes, he said. I paused. Maybe this was not so bad. I can buy sweets. Go with Chogo, he continued, eyeing me suspiciously. You're too young to walk alone. I rolled my eyes. When grown-ups start any sentence with, you're too young, it's just annoying. Had Baba forgotten my 8th birthday was yesterday? I left the apartment in a huff. I found Chogo in his usual spot. He was playing, well, more like trying to play, basketball in a car park. His face lit up when he saw me. Mambo Candy! He greeted me. I smiled and waved. Poa! Are you going somewhere? He asked. I can't explain what came over me in a split second. I made a decision. I was going to prove to Baba that I was a big girl. I often wonder what would happen if my answer had been different. No, I lied. Oh, okay, he said, slightly puzzled, eyes fixed on the shopping basket. Candy is acting weird. I had never lied to Chogo before. We always walked to the kiosk outside the estate together. I felt a little guilty. I am going home, then, he said slowly, his eyes moving from the shopping basket to me. See you. Same time tomorrow? Yes, okay, I said, avoiding eye contact. This is awkward. He disappeared into the apartment block. I waited until he was out of sight. Time to go to the kiosk. I was so excited. I did not know the danger that was waiting for me outside. Chapter 3. I stepped outside the gate slowly and looked back. No sign of Baba or Chogo. Pleased with myself, I started to walk. An old-looking matatu swerved past me. The conductor threw his arms in the air and shouted in my direction, "Beba, beba, 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 beba!" Smoke from the matatu covered my face. It made the air so smoky. I wish I could clear the smoke from the air to stop people from coughing, I whispered to myself. I kept walking. I could see the kiosk up ahead. I managed to steady myself just in time. I looked down. I'd stepped into a giant puddle and my shoes got very wet. Splash! Yikes. It rained yesterday. The sun was out today. I wish I could clear all the paths so nothing gets damaged, I whispered to myself. Why is there a giant puddle on the path? Why has it not drained away? I kept walking. Time to cross the road. I looked left and right and then left again. Here goes. I jumped back just in time. A boda whizzed past me. The passenger looked at me in fear. The rider did not even look back. I stared in shock. That was close. I watched the boda until it disappeared down the road. He wasn't wearing a helmet. I never ride my bike without a helmet. Baba always says it's better safe than sorry. I wish I could keep all the boda passengers safe from the careless riders, I whispered to myself. I was almost there now. Slowly and carefully, I crossed the road. Finally, I reached the kiosk. Chapter 4. Habari? I said cheerfully to the shopkeeper. It took a moment for the shopkeeper, Mama Ochola, to register where my voice was coming from. I'm here, I said, waving. She looked down at me and smiled. Suddenly, her expression changed. Mama Ochola. See, she's down here. Are you here by yourself? She asked. I had not thought about this part of my plan. Yes, Baba sent me, I stammered. That was honest enough. Uh-oh. Alone? She pressed. Yes. I needed to think fast. He's not feeling well and Chogo is busy, so... She stared at me, unconvinced. I need to buy a few things, I said quickly. Changing the subject, I presented the money and the listed items. She nodded and began putting the items together. I started feeling confident. Easy. Are you sure your Baba knows you're here? She interrupted my thoughts. One last attempt to corner me. Ooh. Yes, Mama Ochola. I gave her my biggest smile. At least that was true. The basket is very heavy. Will you manage? She asked as she handed me the shopping basket. Yes, Mama Ochola, I'm very strong. That was also true. I've always been freakishly strong for my age. I realize now that was one of the early signs of things to come. I was getting bored. My excitement had worn off. I wanted to go home. Thank you, I said, and I grabbed the shopping basket. I turned to leave. Candy, she called. I stopped, but did not turn around. No more questions, please. Say hello to your Baba, she said. I exhaled. I did not even realize I was holding my breath. Okay. I wanted to run, but that would have been too obvious. I could feel her eyes boring into my back. I walked away quickly. Once I reached a safe distance, I looked back. Mama Ochola was busy serving another customer. I relaxed. Whew. Soon, I would realize that was a mistake. Phew. Chapter 5. I wish I was almost within sight of Ajani Apartments gate when a strangely familiar voice shouted behind me. Something about the voice made my skin crawl. I could almost smell the danger. She's not talking to me, I whispered to myself. I kept walking. Hey, you! The voice was closer and angrier. You with the afro! I'm talking to you! There's someone else with an afro? I closed my eyes, heart racing. I opened my eyes and turned around. Slowly. T&R gang. There they were. The T&B gang. Short for Tutu and Brothers. The biggest and meanest bullies in school. Tutu, the biggest and the oldest, was their leader. She was 13. Her two brothers followed her everywhere. Soko, big for his age, was 12. Buju and the smallest was 10. Tutu stepped forward with a wicked smile on her face. Hey, Afro girl. Her eyes were burning. They were all much bigger than me. I just want to go home, I said. What was that? I just want to go home, she mocked, pretending to whine. I froze. I did not know what to do. What is in the basket, Afro girl? She stepped forward again. I forgot I was carrying the shopping basket. Nothing, I said as I stepped back. Well, I can see something, she said, and took another step forward. Give us what's in the basket, Afro girl, and we may let you go. She looks scared. No, I murmured. What did you say? She snapped. She was towering over me now. Without warning, she reached out and grabbed the basket. I would not let go. She pulled. I pulled. It happened so fast. Tutu fell to the ground. I was still holding the shopping basket. She looked at me in disbelief. No more laughter came from her brothers. I was in big trouble. Get her! Pull her afro! Tutu yelled at her brothers. Soko and Buju charged at me. No! I screamed, but it was too late. The T&B gang pounced at me and pulled hard at my hair. Then it happened. Chapter 6. In a reflex action, I shook my head hard. I wish I was strong enough to fight bullies. Suddenly, crack, click, boom! A shimmer passed through my hair. The gang continued to pull. I no longer felt pain. In fact, I felt even stronger than I had ever felt before. I straightened my back, raised my neck, and shook my head again, harder this time. A bright light glowed from my hair. The gang was thrown to the ground. They landed face down a few meters away. I could not believe my eyes. Did I do that? Wait, I knew I did it, but how? I touched my hair. The glow had gone, but it felt different. No way. Chapter 7. Candy! A voice shouted from behind me. This time, I recognized the voice instantly. Baba! I said. He was running fast. Chogo was a distance behind him. Uh-oh. What happened here? He demanded. I was on the way home and they attacked me, I stammered. Baba's eyes turned to the gang. Dazed and confused, they staggered to their feet. What happened? She attacked us, Tutu bellowed. To my surprise, Baba laughed. Look at how small Candy is compared to the three of you, he said. I doubt you were attacked. Baba was right. I was smaller than the T&B gang. And yet somehow, my hair had floored them. I knew Baba had seen it too, but he ignored that part. Chogo had caught up now, panting heavily. I nodded, trying to process what had just happened. Are you okay? I feel great, actually. Chogo turned to Baba. It's the T&B gang. Tutu, Soko, and Buju. The biggest and meanest bullies in our school. They make life miserable for everyone, especially the weakest kids who can't defend themselves. Baba listened with interest. Well, it looks like these bullies got what they deserved, he said. Tutu was not giving up. But she attacked us, she repeated, shouting even louder. This time, it was Chogo who laughed. How is that possible? He asked. Are you saying that the three of you were beaten by one person? Tutu stopped to consider this, unsure of what to say next. This will be big news in the school. Chogo laughed. I took advantage of the silence. I can tell everyone at school how I attacked the T&B gang. You all fell to the ground. No, she shouted. She knew how badly that would damage their reputation. I do not do that, she said in a soft tone. I could not believe it. Tutu is asking me to do something for her? Her brothers said nothing. The silence continued. Tell you what, I said. I'll not tell anyone in school if you promise to stop bullying. I paused. Bullying can make children sad for a long time. I continued, you must stop. Why should we listen to you? Tutu asked, and she crossed her arms. Does she think she is? I looked at Baba for support, but he said nothing. He had a strange look on his face. Because it's the right thing to do, I said, trying to sound confident. After all, I had survived the T&B gang attack. And, Baba said, breaking the silence, because if you do not listen, I'll tell your parents what happened here today. No, they said. We promise to stop bullying, Tutu said. Yes, we promise, her brothers echoed. Please do not tell anyone at school what happened here, and do not tell our parents, Tutu begged. Okay, I said. I almost felt sorry for them. Almost. Okay, Baba repeated. Now let us all go home. Chapter 8. How did my hair do that? We walked home in silence. I was too busy in my own thoughts to pay Baba and Chogo any attention. My head was buzzing with questions. I did not even notice we were home until we reached the front door. Chogo had disappeared. Where is Chogo? We need to celebrate. We entered the living room. Baba sat down. I joined him. I was over the moon. I am awesome! Baba, I blurted out, did you see what I did with my hair? It was incredible. I can't believe... Only then did I look at him properly. The veins at the side of his head were throbbing. Candy? Uh-oh. This could not be good. Why did you lie to me? He demanded. My face was blank. I did not know what he was talking about. I said nothing. My silence was annoying him even more. Well, he shouted, waiting for a response. Then it hit me. I lowered my head. Busted. A look of dissatisfaction. Oh, a look of satisfaction crossed his face. You were not to go to the kiosk alone, he reminded me. You lied to me and Chogo. You hurt our feelings. You hurt my feelings, he stressed. I just wanted to prove to you that I'm a big girl now, I stammered. Do you know how worried I was? When Mama Ochola called me to say you were alone at the kiosk, I did not believe her. When I knocked on Chogo's door and he opened it, I knew it was true. Mama Ochola was my weakest link. I swallowed hard. No surprise there. He had not finished. You disobeyed your father and you lied. That was wrong, Kendi. Baba was right. My trip to the kiosk alone turned out to be scarier than I had imagined. I'm sorry, I mumbled. Until that moment, I had not considered how my actions had put me in danger and caused my loved ones to worry. I felt ashamed. I learned an important lesson. I will not do it again. My eyes were burning. His face softened. Just don't disobey me again, okay? You also owe Chogo an apology. Chogo is really mad at me. She's crying. I nodded. Chogo did not even say goodbye. I looked at Baba, waiting for his next move. A long, awkward silence followed. Here it goes. I guess it's time for you to know the truth, he said. I said nothing. I waited for him to continue. There was no way I could have prepared myself for what I was about to hear. Chapter 9. It happened during a rare solar eclipse. This is when the moon passes between the earth and the sun, he explained. It could only be seen in a few places around the world. When you were 2 years old, we watched it from Lake Turkana in northern Kenya. I could barely hear him, but I did not dare interrupt. Lake Turkana is a very special place. It's very unique, he said. Do you know it's the world's largest permanent lake in a desert? He asked. I had no idea. I did not know much about Lake Turkana. He continued. The eclipse was beautiful, magical. I only took my eyes off you for 1 minute. I did not see you enter the lake. He paused and looked at me. You've always loved playing with water. You started washing your hair. That was true. I still love washing my hair. Then you will not believe what happened next, he said. I was on the edge of my seat. What? A sharp ray of sunlight struck the lake during the eclipse, he continued. For a few seconds, the lake changed color from green to bright red. It happened so fast, I almost missed it. When I pulled you out of the lake, your afro was glowing, he said. Glowing? I repeated. I could not remember any of it at first. Then a nagging feeling took over. A distant memory, I could not replace it. I could not place it. Look at her hair. Wow. He interrupted my thoughts, and then she spoke to me. I snapped back to attention. Who? She called herself the Lady of Lake Turkana. I could not believe my ears. What did she say? I asked, almost breathlessly. She said you're the chosen one, he replied. The chosen one? What does that mean? I asked. You were chosen to carry the power of Lake Turkana, and the power that lies in your hair, and that power lies in your hair, he replied. Why did you not tell me this earlier? I asked. All this time, I did not know. She told me not to go. She said that the power would reveal itself. When you're ready. He looked at me. I believe you're old enough now, he said softly. Your power is ready. I swallowed hard. This was difficult to understand. As if reading my mind, Baba continued. You were chosen for a reason. You were chosen because you are special and unique, just like Lake Turkana. Who is this lady? I thought. But I'm so ordinary, I blurted out. Why would I be the chosen one? I asked. Look at me. He smiled. There's nothing ordinary about your hair, he joked. I did not laugh. His face became serious. The power of Lake Turkana is given to those who are pure in heart, strong, and want to do good to help others, he said. Without knowing you had any powers, you were brave and stood up to the T&B gang. You stopped them from bullying poor children who cannot defend themselves. He squeezed my hand gently. From what I saw today, there is no mistake. I stared in amazement. Baba had never spoken to me like this before, almost like a big girl. I started feeling the weight of this new discovery. Was I really chosen? I asked. I could not help doubting myself. I've always told you that your hair is beautiful and powerful, he responded. You have no idea how powerful your hair is. What do you mean? Your hair has 5 powers, he said. 5? What are they? I could not contain my excitement. Well, different hairstyles have different powers, he explained. I held my breath, excited. I would remember this moment forever. Afro is strength. Cornrows is energy. Bantu knots are water. Blow dry is heat. And braids, flying. This is so cool, Baba was laughing. I touched my hair. It made sense why I never went to the hair salon. Any hairstyles could affect my powers. So, let me see if I remember, I said. I listed them one by one. Afro, strength. Cornrows, energy. Bantu knots, water. Braids, flying, and blow dry, heat. Yes, he said. And I can help people with these superpowers? I asked slowly. Yes, he said. So that makes me like a superhero? I asked. Yes, he said. This is super cool. Candy jumped. Wait, I thought suddenly. How do I summon these powers? Well, Baba scratched his chin. What did you do today to get your Afro strength? Think, Candy, he said gently. Think, Candy, think, I told myself. I thought back to the moment Tutu and her brothers attacked me. I opened my eyes. Baba watched, waiting. I shook my head, I whispered. I concentrated on summoning strength to fight while I shook my head. Baba nodded. Mastering your powers will take a lot of practice and concentration, he said. Does anyone else know? I asked. He shook his head. Nope. You were lucky that nobody saw what really happened today, except me. I considered this. I don't want anyone to know, Baba, I said. Not even Chogo? He asked. Yes, this is a big secret. Let's keep it between ourselves for now. Well, do you know what this means? He asked. No, I don't think so, I replied, confused. Every superhero needs a costume. He smiled. I'll make you one. Whoa, yes! I had not thought of that. I could not stop smiling. Can you make me a really cool one? He smiled. I'll do my best. Okay. I did not know what to say next. My mind was racing. It's not every day you wake up and discover you're a superhero. Suddenly, my excitement faded. Fear and panic gripped my chest. What if I cannot master these powers? I asked. What if instead of helping, I end up hurting people? Now I was terrified. Baba shook his head. Candy, the only thing holding you back is fear. You need to believe in yourself. You can do this. I can? I asked, a little less unsure. Yes, he said. You know what your mama used to call you? I stopped in shock. We never talked about mama. What? He touched my hair gently. She used to call you Super Lisu. What? What does Lisu mean? It means hair in your mother tongue. If she was here today, she would be very proud of you. Thank you, Baba, I whispered. Super Lisu. I love it. I could not help it. The tears I had been holding back all day started falling down on my cheeks. I reached out into Baba's arms. Now you must start training to master your 5 powers, he said. There is no time to waste. Your first mission could come at any time. Chapter 10. I do not believe I'm a superhero, but I am. Then it hits me. Of course I have a superhero name. A name that fits me. I am Super Lisu. And guess what? This is just the beginning of my story. Bye. See you next time.